The Devil's Bible, the sinister story behind the Codex Gigas. In the shadowy corridors of history, few artifacts have inspired as much awe, speculation, and fear as the Codex Gigas, ominously known as the Devil's Bible. This colossal medieval manuscript, weighing an astounding 165 pounds and measuring nearly 3 feet in length, is as physically imposing as the legends that surround it. The Codex Gigas is a paradox containing sacred texts like the Bible, alongside chilling references to exorcisms, demons, and even a haunting full-page illustration of Satan himself. How could such a book have come into existence? What kind of mind, or malevolent force, could have conceived such a creation? Was it the work of divine inspiration, or diabolical intervention? The Codex Gigas holds its secrets tightly, its legacy as a cursed manuscript shrouded in the shadow of sin, continuing to terrify and captivate in equal measure. Let us step into the darkness of this ancient tome and uncover the sinister story behind its creation. If this exploration intrigues you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into historical mysteries, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your theories. 1. The Legend of the Pact, a deal with the devil. The tale of the Codex Gigas, often referred to as the Devil's Bible, emerges from the shadowy corridors of a 13th-century Bohemian monastery nestled deep within the heart of the medieval Holy Roman Empire. This story, steeped in both historical intrigue and mythical speculation, speaks of a solitary monk condemned to a fate as chilling as the infamous text he would later create. According to legend, this monk committed an unspeakable sin, so grievous and unforgivable that the monastery's elders sentenced him to an agonizing punishment, being walled up alive. This grim form of execution, a medieval death sentence involving entombment within a sealed chamber, was reserved for the most heinous transgressors. It was not a swift end, like the blade of an executioner, but a slow descent into suffocation, starvation, and despair. As the weight of his sentence bore down on him, the monk sought an extraordinary way to escape his doom. Whether moved by genuine remorse or the primal desperation to save his life, he made a daring proposal to his superiors. He vowed to create a manuscript of unparalleled grandeur, one that would exalt the monastery, secure its legacy, and encompass the entirety of human knowledge. He promised that this work would be a treasure of Christian faith and a testament to monastic intellectual devotion. Yet there was a condition. He would complete this monumental task in a single night. The audacity of his claim captivated the monks, even as they harbored profound doubts. How could one man, no matter how talented or fervent, achieve such an impossible feat in so little time? Still, they granted him the opportunity, perhaps out of pity or a faint hope that divine intervention might aid the monk's quest for redemption. He was locked away in his cell, provided with parchment, ink, and quills. As night descended upon the monastery, he began his seemingly insurmountable task. Hour by hour, the reality of his endeavor became clear: producing a manuscript of such magnitude was not merely ambitious. It was utterly beyond human capability. The flickering candlelight cast shadows over the parchment as the monk grappled with his inevitable failure. His hopes of redemption dimmed with each passing moment, leaving him staring into the abyss of his fate. It was in this moment of desperation, as despair consumed him, that he resorted to the unthinkable. The legend holds that the monk, driven by hopelessness, invoked the devil. The details of this summoning have been lost to time, but the story tells of him falling to his knees, offering his soul in exchange for deliverance from his plight. The devil, ever the opportunist, is said to have appeared in a burst of darkness, towering, menacing, and ready to bargain. A pact was struck. The monk's soul for the completion of the manuscript. When dawn broke over the monastery, the impossible had been achieved. The manuscript, later christened the Codex Gigas, lay before him, complete in every detail. Its pages were adorned with intricately penned text, luminous gold calligraphy, and illustrations so vivid they seemed to pulse with life. It was a masterpiece of unparalleled scope, encompassing the Bible, medical treatises, encyclopedic knowledge, and even magical formulas. Yet, within its pages, there lay something far more sinister. A grotesque, full-page illustration of the devil himself. This chilling image stood as an eternal reminder of the monk's dark bargain. The monks who beheld the Codex Gigas were awestruck by its magnificence. Its sheer size, nearly 3 feet tall and weighing over 165 pounds, was extraordinary. However, admiration quickly gave way to unease. How could such a monumental work be completed in a single night? And why did it bear such a vivid depiction of the devil? Rumors began to spread, suggesting the book was cursed, imbued with the infernal power of the pact that had brought it into existence. Over the centuries, the Codex Gigas acquired an aura of dread and mystery. Its illustration of Satan became an object of both fascination and fear. Why would such a grotesque figure find its place within a manuscript meant to glorify God? Whispers circulated that the monk's pact had left a permanent mark, that the devil's presence lingered in the very fabric of the pages. Owners of the book, and even those who merely read it, were said to suffer misfortunes. Fires, plagues, and unexplained calamities were attributed to the Codex Gigas, wherever it traveled. Thus, the Codex Gigas remains a symbol of ambition, desperation, and the perilous consequences of bargaining with forces beyond comprehension. Its legend endures, a haunting reminder of the price, of human hubris and the enduring allure of forbidden knowledge. 2. The Devil's Image, a terrifying portrait of damnation. Central to the legend of the Codex Gigas is its infamous full-page illustration of the devil, a depiction unparalleled in medieval art. While most representations of Satan from the Middle Ages leaned toward allegory, depicting him as a fallen angel, a serpent, or a creature marked by horns and a tail, the devil in the Codex Gigas emerges as a figure of pure, unrelenting nightmare. Occupying an entire page, this grotesque image commands the viewer's attention, its starkness contrasting sharply with the manuscript's otherwise intricate and reverent illustrations. The devil's bloated, sickly green body exudes an aura of decay and corruption, its hue evoking both physical and spiritual rot. He crouches ominously, his clawed hands poised as if ready to seize the observer, while his gaping, soulless eyes bore into the viewer with an unnerving emptiness. These voids offer no semblance of comfort or humanity. Instead, they reflect despair, stripping away all illusions of hope. His elongated, forked tongue seems to whisper his role as the master of lies and deceit, embodying an eternal menace. The illustration's background deepens the unease. The devil is framed by a barren, desolate expanse, a lifeless void that amplifies the sense of isolation. This is no ordinary landscape. It is a stark portrayal of hell as a realm devoid of life, love, or redemption. There are no angels to offer solace, no symbols of divine grace. The setting evokes complete separation from God, a chilling depiction of eternal damnation. Scholars have long debated the intent and meaning behind this harrowing image. Some argue it was meant as a dire warning, a visual reminder of the grim consequences of sin. Others interpret the image as the monk's symbolic confession, a haunting acknowledgment of his own damnation for striking a pact with the devil. The placement of this illustration, directly opposite a heavenly depiction of Jerusalem within the manuscript, reinforces its profound dichotomy. It is a stark juxtaposition of salvation and damnation, God's light against the devil's shadow. Even in the modern age, the Codex Gigas continues to inspire a mixture of awe and fear. Those who have gazed upon the devil's image often describe a palpable unease, as though the pact forged centuries ago still reverberates within its pages. It is as if the devil himself peers through the manuscript, a silent observer of those who dare to look. The manuscript's history is as enigmatic as its origins. Following its creation, the Codex Gigas passed through various hands, traveling from monasteries to royal collections. During the tumultuous 30 Years' War, it was seized as war booty by Swedish forces and eventually found a resting place in the National Library of Sweden, where it resides today. Yet, even in its relative safety, the Codex Gigas retains its ominous reputation, its legend of a cursed and forbidden object persisting through time. Whether one views the Codex Gigas as a supernatural relic or as a testament to the ingenuity of medieval craftsmanship, its power remains undeniable. The manuscript embodies the boundaries of human ambition, the dire consequences of desperation, and the ceaseless allure of the unknown. The devil's grotesque and triumphant image serves as an enduring reminder of the haunting legend at the heart of this mysterious text. Centuries later, the Codex Gigas remains cloaked in mystery, its dark history an intricate weave of fact, fiction, and fear. Its legacy endures not only as a masterpiece of medieval artistry, but also as a chilling symbol of humanity's eternal struggle with faith, sin, and the shadowy temptation of the devil. 3. Dark Content. A Book of Heaven and Hell. The Codex Gigas, often referred to as the Devil's Bible, presents itself as a profound paradox, uniting the sacred and the profane within a single, monumental text. Its pages navigate a delicate interplay between divine scripture and forbidden knowledge, creating a manuscript that simultaneously inspires awe and unease. It is a work of stark contradictions, embodying the eternal struggle between heaven and hell. The first 310 pages of the Codex Gigas contain the complete Latin Vulgate Bible, the foundation of Christian doctrine during the medieval period. This sacred text, meticulously transcribed, includes both the Old and New Testaments, a testament to the enduring faith and scholarly devotion of its creator. For medieval monks and theologians, possessing such a comprehensive copy of the Bible would have been a source of immense pride, spiritual significance, and an affirmation of their divine mission. The inclusion of the Bible places the Codex Gigas firmly within the realm of holy works. Written in Latin and adhering to ecclesiastical standards, the text reflects careful attention to detail in both phrasing and presentation. For many, these opening pages represent a spiritual cornerstone, a guide to salvation and the Christian way of life. Yet, the manuscript's sheer size and opulence, coupled with the legends surrounding its creation, cast a shadow of unease over what might otherwise be viewed as a purely religious work. The grandeur of its design and the staggering effort required to produce it hint at an extraordinary origin, one not entirely divine. As the reader ventures further into the Codex Gigas, the tone begins to shift. Beyond the sacred text of the Bible lie sections exploring realms of knowledge that medieval Christian society often regarded with suspicion. These portions delve into medicine, astrology, and the natural sciences. Subjects that, while valuable, were sometimes seen as treading dangerously close to heretical territory. They represented areas of study that could challenge or even contradict theological teachings. The inclusion of incantations and exorcisms adds a darker dimension to the manuscript. These passages outline rituals and prayers meant to banish demons and evil spirits, practices rooted deeply in the medieval understanding of the spiritual world. While such content might align with the Church's mission to combat evil, their presence in an opulent manuscript alongside astrological charts and medical treatises raises unsettling questions. Why would a work ostensibly created to glorify God also delve into the arcane? What was the monk's true intention in including these elements? Even more provocative are the sections on summoning spirits. Though not explicitly satanic, these passages venture into domains medieval society often associated with witchcraft and heresy. They suggest a fascination with the supernatural and a willingness to explore the thin boundary between the divine and the forbidden. In an era when the Church wielded immense authority, such explorations would have been regarded with both awe and trepidation. For a medieval audience, these parts of the Codex Gigas would have been as thrilling as they were terrifying, offering glimpses into hidden realms of knowledge where the Church's light struggled to penetrate. For modern readers, these passages reveal a world where religion, science, and superstition were intricately entwined. They reflect an age when the pursuit of knowledge often carried spiritual and existential risks, where curiosity could easily blur into heresy. One of the manuscript's most enigmatic features is the remarkable consistency of its handwriting. Paleographers and experts agree that the text appears to have been written by a single individual, a staggering observation given the Codex Gigas' immense size and complexity. The manuscript spans 310 parchment leaves, each page meticulously penned and illuminated. Completing such an ambitious project would typically require decades, yet the uniformity of the handwriting defies such expectations. There are no visible signs of fatigue, aging, or stylistic variation to suggest the passage of time or the involvement of multiple scribes. This consistency has led to two prevailing theories. The first posits that the manuscript was created in an extraordinary, almost superhuman burst of effort, possibly driven by divine or otherworldly inspiration. The second, far darker theory aligns with the legend of the Devil's Pact. If the monk indeed struck a bargain with Satan, the unchanging handwriting could be seen as evidence of supernatural assistance, a chilling reminder of the manuscript's rumored origins. The Codex Gigas thus remains an enigma, a blend of sacred devotion and forbidden ambition. Its contradictions, the juxtaposition of divine scripture with arcane knowledge, of salvation with damnation, offer a stark reflection of humanity's eternal struggle between faith and curiosity, between light and darkness. Whether viewed as a masterpiece of medieval ingenuity or as a relic born of desperation and sin, it continues to captivate and unsettle. Its pages stand as a haunting testament to the limits of human endeavor and the perilous allure of the unknown. Fourth, religious reaction. The Church's response to the Codex Gigas was fraught with complexity, reflecting an ambivalence rooted in the manuscript's dual nature. On one hand, it contained the Latin Vulgate Bible, a sacred cornerstone of Christian theology and a vital tool for educating monks and priests. This aspect positioned the Codex Gigas as an invaluable resource for spreading Christian teachings, aligning it with the Church's mission to illuminate the faithful with divine wisdom. On the other hand, the manuscript's darker elements, its association with the devil, and its inclusion of forbidden knowledge, cast a long shadow of suspicion. The grotesque and haunting illustration of Satan alone would have sufficed to provoke unease, but the manuscript went further, incorporating incantations, exorcisms, and astrological charts. These features imbued the Codex Gigas with an aura of danger and mystery that the Church found deeply unsettling. While it was undeniably a work of immense craftsmanship, its contents hinted at realms of knowledge and power that bordered on the heretical. Over the centuries, the Codex Gigas became a paradoxical relic, treasured for its magnificence yet feared for its dark reputation. Its immense size and intricate design made it a coveted prize for rulers and scholars, but those who possessed it often found themselves embroiled in misfortune. Legends grew around the manuscript, linking it to a series of calamities that seemed to plague its custodians. Monasteries that housed the Codex Gigas reportedly suffered devastating fires, outbreaks of plague, and financial ruin. Its presence seemed to herald disaster, fueling rumors that the book was cursed. Wars were fought over its possession, and some claimed that kingdoms crumbled under its ominous influence. These stories only deepened the manuscript's mystique, transforming it from a mere artifact into a vessel of sinister power. In the 17th century, during the upheaval of the 30 Years' War, the Codex Gigas was seized by the Swedish army as war booty. It was transported to Stockholm, where it became part of the Royal Library's collection. There it has remained, a silent witness to centuries of history, its reputation as the Devil's Bible undiminished. Despite its relative safety in the modern era, whispers of its cursed nature persist. Even today, scholars and visitors who study the Codex Gigas often describe an inexplicable sense of unease, as if the manuscript itself resents their scrutiny. Its dark reputation continues to cast a long shadow, a potent reminder of the tension between faith, fear, and humanity's relentless pursuit of knowledge. The Codex Gigas endures as one of the most enigmatic artifacts of the medieval world. Its contents embody the profound duality of human existence, the coexistence of light and darkness, faith and doubt, salvation and damnation. It stands as a paradoxical masterpiece, a book that bridges heaven and hell, captivating and unsettling all who encounter it. For some, the Codex Gigas is a testament to the heights of medieval craftsmanship and intellectual ambition. For others, it is a chilling relic of humanity's willingness to venture into the forbidden. Whatever its true origins, the Codex Gigas serves as a powerful symbol of the eternal struggle between good and evil, a struggle that has defined human history and continues to shape our understanding of the world. 5. The Codex Gigas today. The Codex Gigas, or Devil's Bible, continues to mesmerize and unsettle in equal measure. Its sheer size and unparalleled craftsmanship are remarkable achievements, yet it is the legends and mysteries that enshroud the manuscript that grant it its enduring power. For some, it stands as a testament to the boundless creativity of the human spirit, a triumph of perseverance and ingenuity against seemingly insurmountable odds. For others, it is a dark relic, a chilling reminder of humanity's vulnerability and the ever-present allure of temptation. Why does the Codex Gigas evoke such fear and fascination even today? Perhaps it lies in the profound questions the manuscript compels us to confront. Questions about the nature of good and evil, the limits of human knowledge, and the sacrifices we are willing to make in the pursuit of greatness. It forces us to consider the duality of our existence, the constant tension between light and darkness. Or perhaps its power stems from the shadow of the devil himself, forever etched within its pages, a stark reminder that his presence is never far from the human condition. Ultimately, the Codex Gigas is far more than just a book. It is a symbol of the human struggle, a cautionary tale, and a mystery that defies resolution. Its existence invites reflection on the boundaries of faith, ambition, and morality. And as long as it endures, the legend of the Devil's Bible will continue to haunt and captivate the imagination, serving as both a warning and a challenge to those who dare to explore its pages.